Hello, and welcome back to I94 Podcast. Woo. Turn up.
We back, season 2, man. We took a break because season 1 did. Season 2, though.
Man, no, we still on season 1 because it's still 2016. Season 2 will be 2017.
Season 1 started at the end of 2015, though. We already reached a year in Complex.
Yeah, and then technically wouldn't this be our 12th episode?
Yeah, but it ain't got to be 12 episodes to make it a season.
I know, I'm just saying. Anywho, this Mums and Reek, we just like to say thanks for all of y'all that's been subscribing and keeping in tune with us. And
support, man. I had a few people on Facebook was like, man, I've been wondering where y'all been at, and so that made me proud just to even hear one person say that, because I'm like, that means somebody actually be tuning in, waiting for us to do something else. So,
and shout out to Engineer Tony, man. He came and picked us up. You know what I'm saying? Like we was like just starting and getting fresh, and he helped us out a lot, man. So we got a nice, little conglomerate going here, so that's cool. But today's topic, is very controversial, and I went through a lot to try and get some guests. A few people, they backed out or they couldn't make it, or, I understand because the subject matter is pretty intense, it's pretty deep. And I'm pretty sure after we record this, we're going to have to touch on it again, because a lot of people gonna feel like their point of views or their beliefs wasn't voiced or heard. So, if you're familiar with our show and our episodes, one of our most popular episodes was called "Baby Mama." So, me and my counterpart here, Mr. Rico, we was just like, what would the fathers have to say? Like, what would they think? Like, how do they feel? Like, how do men feel? Like a man point of view. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of bad stereotypes out there with like fathers and black men in particularly, like no knock to other minorities or white people, all that, all lives. No, we talking about black folks, period. So with black men, it's like that whole horrible stigma of, baby daddy, I don't even know him, he ain't shit, he ain't gonna do nothing, he ain't never around, he don't help out. Actually, woo out the man. So, someone was glad enough to come and help us today discuss this topic. You want to introduce yourself?
Yo, my name is Marcus Friend. I am a father of 2, actually, so I'll be happy to give y'all my opinion, my side of a lot of different things that may be on a lot of you all's minds when it comes to that negative stigma of the baby father. Right. So I'm happy you all invited me here. It's a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you coming, man.
Real talk.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all, fellas.
So, both of y'all being fathers, I'm sure y'all didn't plan to be fathers at the time that y'all was. You know what I'm saying? I know every day, we all want to be fathers, but, you want to do it at your own time or whenever, when you're ready.
Everybody has a time schedule.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be a dad by this time. Just like women have that time schedule. Like, I want to get married by age 29, and I want to have my first kid by 32. You know what I mean? Like, I had that when it came to me having a kid.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I'm like, I didn't want a kid after I was like 30.
Same here.
And then I was like, I just wanted one.
our viewers know we're laughing.
Yeah. I just wanted one kid, and I was like, I'm just gonna have that one and be. Even though I came from a big family, because I have 3 little brothers, and then I got sisters that my dad had before he got my mom, and I got a brother previous to that. So I still was just like, I just want one, because I used to feel like I had a low tolerance for kids. And I was like, I just really just want just one to deal with, because that means I can pretty much shape and mold that one up how I like it and just let it be that way. But now the principle that kind of backfires with somebody like me is that I like sex. So because of the fact that I love sex, you know what I'm saying? And a man can like sex, but I loved sex and still love it. Right. So like I was like, I frequented a lot. And I want to say probably because I had the habit of loving it so much, that kind of led me to kind of having my kids early on and stuff like that, because I used to really live under the oh, it's not gonna happen to me type. I used to think like that.
did.
Like, it ain't gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
I'm honest, that's how you feel. Like, I just like, it's not gonna happen to me. I'll be alright. Or, you know, if that was to happen, I'll talk her out of it. I used to say all types of crazy stuff to myself. Yeah. I used to say all types of crazy stuff to myself. But then, you know, I had my first kid. I was like 20 years old. So, like, I'm still little. I'm young.
You
like,
still a kid yourself,
yeah,
really?
That's how I was feeling. I only been out of high school for 2 years. What do you mean we're having a kid? So, you know, like, when I first got told, you know, I was weary about it, and I really didn't even want to deal with it because I was like, I still just want to live my life. Like, I really don't want to do all the stuff that you probably think that I need to do because, to be honest with you, I liked her, and I enjoyed her time and her company, but I didn't feel like, yo, this is my end-all, be-all. So because I didn't feel that way, I'm like, I didn't feel like it was even right to have a child with her. But then it's like, okay, I know some women probably be like, well, why did you have sex with her? Or, you know, why did you not wear a condom and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I mean, you know, sometimes you make quick action decisions that
You
might
was
not
20.
be so smart. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I was young. But, I mean, that's how I felt. Because we had an agreement just off the fact that she was older than me. So she came to me like, you know, as you getting older, you've probably met some women who's comfortable in their sexual desire, right?
Right.
So they'll tell you, like, I like you. I like your conversation. You know, I'm having a good time. I don't know where it's going to lead to, but, like, they want to have sexual relations with you. There's no rules to it. Like, I don't have to wait 90 days and, you know, if I sleep with him, then this time then he's going to look at me this way. No. Me and her talked. We conversed. We talked heavy for, like, the conversation was deep when I first met her. And, like, she flat out came and was like, you know what, I like your conversation. I like everything, you know what I'm saying, about you. I know you have to leave and go back to college because I didn't live here in Chicago anymore because I was in school. But she was just like, I think we should hook up before you leave. And I was like, all right, cool. So I did it.
Hookup of all hookups.
Yeah. So I mean, but I said I did it. I like, cool, like, let's do it because your conversation was cool, but it was like a real mature decision. And it wasn't on like no horn type stuff, but it was like a real mature type thing.
Right.
Like,
It wasn't
let's
we
do it.
was out drunk.
Yeah.
Bam, it happened.
Oh, we were sober, talked till like 7 a.m. the next morning, all night. Like, we was like really having a good convo,
Damn.
bro.
At 20?
At 20, and she was 24.
Oh, shit.
So it was like real good and she didn't even think I was 20 because of how my conversation game was. She thought I was like her age or older. So I was like, okay, cool. So we got up, and after we did it was good. Sex was good. I was like, yo, this popping. I'm like, this is popping. So she liked it too. And the fact that she enjoyed it so much, she was like, yo, we could do this anytime you in Chicago, basically, because I don't have a man. And she was like, I like you still. I like your conversation, everything cool. So I was like, all right, man, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be my thing. When I come back to Chicago, I can call this chick, and I got her. You know what I'm saying? Think about my 20-year-old mind. My 20-year-old mind thinking this, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Got
one.
Got one. I ain't got, but I ain't have to jump through hoops.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't have to play the game like we was gonna be a couple and this and that, blah blah. But then of course eventually we continued to talk even while I was gone because like I said the conversation was good and we knew that. So in my mind I'm like, yo, I want to call her, like I want to talk to her. So we talked, and then I came home a few times in between that time, and then like when I went back to school, she called me like I think like a month in one of them a month after one of them time frames. I came back to Carbondale, and then she was like, yo, we need to talk. And I was like, dang, like about what?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I'm pregnant. And I was like, man.
And
who?
like, how did you feel initially at that point?
I said, about who?
Damn.
Savage.
No, I mean, no, it wasn't savage.
Hey,
No, it wasn't. No, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because you didn't know what she was doing.
That's right.
Okay.
Because I didn't live there. I wasn't there. I understand we had disagreement, but it wasn't like shit like, yo, you gonna be the only person I sleep with, da. Like, we was just vibing off regular conversation and we clicked. So I was like, okay, maybe she could have slept with somebody in between the time. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there. You're not my girlfriend. We have no real ties.
Real connection
Right.
besides
us talking on the phone and we had
sex.
sex when I come in and out of town. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So of course I said about who, but it wasn't meant to be in a rude manner. I just was like, about who? Oh, she like, about you. She got a feeling, what I'm sleeping with.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know that. You're older than me. You probably mess with older guys. You might look
And
at
I'm
you.
not home all the time.
Yeah, I'm not
either.
home all the time. I'm not there to give you sexual desires when you want it all the time. So you may be viewing me a certain way. But then I was like, I instantly flaked, like, I don't want no kid. You know what I'm saying?
Since
But-
you was 20.
Yeah, right. I was like, I don't want no kid. But from her perspective, she was more so like, well, I don't believe in getting abortions.
Man,
I was like, dang, out of all this conversation, we ain't even talk about that shit.
that's like top 5 up there. Like, I have AIDS, I have HIV, I have herpes,
I got kids on the side you don't know about.
and then I'm against abortion. Like, well, yep, that them little top 5, you be like,
I'm like,
you hit old as a man or a woman, you just be like,
yeah, man. So I was just like,
all bad.
and I had went through one before, an abortion before, when like in high school with a girl I definitely didn't need to have no kid with, but but I was just like, you know, like dang, like I didn't expect this to happen because one, she was told me she was on birth control.
Never believe it.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? And two, she used to follow like I think ovulation calendars to the T, like dude, like we can not wear one today and blah blah. But thing was, we use condoms all the time. It was just that this one day we tried to
That's
do
all
it.
it takes.
We tried to do it. We
One
tried to do
time,
it.
one sperm.
Look, we tried to do it more than twice, and I only brought 2. So I never had one for the 3rd time. I thought we was going to sleep. I laid around in the bed. We started messing around, and then I was like, okay.
Took a shot.
Yeah, and that's how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I did that, and that's how it happened. But I was so off it from trying to actually do that because I was like, yo, I'm not in a relationship with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I really want to be with her like that. But I said, let's try to do a relationship. So we tried it. Like
After you found out she was pregnant?
Oh yeah, we tried
Okay.
it. Like we
Those
decided.
That's honorable.
Responsible.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We decided to like be
Make
together.
an honest woman
even
out
though it
of
was
it.
long distance still. We still
Right,
tried to be
right.
together. Even though I still didn't want the kid. But I could tell I wasn't changing her mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as cruel as it sounds, I can say I didn't want the kid. Like that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I
And
love
you didn't want it because you wasn't ready to be a
because
father.
I'm like I'm
Right.
only in my 2nd year of college. I don't even know what I'm
What my
really
life
be,
gonna
what I'm
be,
really
right.
be in
Yeah.
life. You know what I'm saying? But then you have to stop everything and take into account another person.
Yeah, another person
And then
another life.
then you distance away from the other person on top of that.
Right.
So you thinking how you gonna raise your
Yeah,
child?
so how I'm gonna raise a child and I'm 400 miles away down in Southern Illinois. This is all the stuff that's playing through my head because my father was there for me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up, so I had him every day. I was there every day. So how would you make that difference to be for this one?
Right.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to ride the wave and do the best that I can actually do based on my situation. I can't exert and jump the gun on conclusions on what I need to do, but I just need to just ride the wave with the best of my ability. But you can't let that stop whatever you got going on focus-wise, because of course college has a long-term effect. So you like, yo, I want to get this degree, I want to get a great job. Well, at the time, I felt like you need to get a degree to get a great job. Now I'm like,
We
you
all
know,
do.
Now I'm like, you know, you need to create a job. I really don't agree with that perspective anymore. But at that time, that's how I was feeling. So I was like, yo, she's not flaking, she's not flipping, but I still had desires to sleep with other women.
Let me ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So I know you all conversed a lot. You know, you had a lot of good conversations. Now, I know you said your dad, he was in your life, right?
Right.
Was she aware that your father was in your life?
Yeah.
She see how you and your father, you know, communicated, how you and your dad got along really well?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Because she wasn't able to be around that because, like I said, when I met her, I was only here for a break.
Mm.
So, like, I went back to Carbondale. She didn't really have time to really come around my family like that.
Okay.
I think she came and met them, like, one time or something in between that just because we were dating. We was going, like, on a date or something like that. So she came in, like, came to the house. I'm like, yeah, Dad, this is such and such. But it wasn't nothing, like, that deep to where she actually was able to see that portion of it.
Okay, because I was gonna ask, because that's one thing I know that a lot of, you know, my exes, even my current my fiance, she looked at, you know, how close knit me and my family were, and she said off top, I know you'll be a good father.
I think that's how it is with my fiance now, and like my second son mom. I think she probably viewed that because she was actually around able to see how I was. My second son mom was actually able to see how I was with my first kid and how devoted I was to it, and I saw how my family, you know what I'm saying, kind of was, and like I think she kind of wanted that ideal with me. So, but I don't want to go into that one just yet.
Different conversation. Different convo. But no, the reason I was just getting on that, because once again, one thing I know is that women may not say it, But they see how we are. You know, they see women, they see men, they see, okay, he a good one.
Right.
You see, especially even if you have a child, he take care of his kids, or he close with his family. You know, his mama called me, pick up the phone immediately. His dad call, anybody call. They want that. You know, especially it's messed up that a lot of my friends and family, they don't have a two parent household.
Right.
You know, so if you're engaged with a woman that's only have like raised by a mother or grandmother, but see a strong black male doing well for herself, or is really into in his family, shit, you mended a piece in her life that she never had before. And a lot of times they look towards that. You know, that's the point I was getting at with you, Rico. You know, but yeah.
I mean, I can see that. And that situation just didn't come across that way.
Okay.
But, I mean, like I said, she just didn't believe in it. And I was like, you know, I thought, man, eventually she would change her mind if I didn't really, like, show no, you know what I'm saying? No, if I ain't show no attention to it, like, maybe she'd change her mind. But, like I said, eventually we tried to do the relationship thing, and it just didn't work because I wanted to mess with other women. Like I said, I was still young.
You was 20.
I was 20, so I
And
still
you
wanted
was
to
in
see
college.
other women. But I actually came to her and told her this. This was like one of the most realistic moments of my life, because I pulled her to the side after we had like a little episode with another chick that I was talking to, kind of, and I just was like, let's talk, let's get everything out on the table. I'm like, you know, I want to sleep with other women.
You're a beast.
I understand that you are having this child. I get that. You know, I get what we were doing, but I want to sleep and be with other women. You know what I mean? And that was like I know it was a dagger, but you know, women say they want honesty. And I was like
She was still pregnant?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Savage.
I know, I'm just saying, like, what would have been the difference if I waited?
Yeah, because
There wouldn't have been no difference, because it's like if I
You damned if you do, damned.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt.
You was in a right. You
So
couldn't get out.
of course she was upset, but I think she still
She
definitely-
respected it.
yeah, she respected it, but I still feel like she had hopes eventually maybe I would turn around as I got older, because my mindset would change from wanting to be with other women. Because, you know, you believe most men change on their timing.
That's true.
So I know she felt that way. Like, he just got to get some things out of his system. He is young.
Bust a couple more nuts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get his thing out. And which was okay for her to think that way. Me, I still was just like, yo, what's the next one? Who's next? That's how I was thinking, like,
Slaying.
Savage. Somebody count how many times I say savage in this episode, and put it in our comments.
But you know what though? Like, after all that whole fear factor and all that stuff, when my son actually came into this world, I remember she called me and said she was going into labor, and I instantly dropped everything and tried to catch a train, like an Amtrak, to get to Chicago. And of course, in the midst of me getting this Amtrak, I didn't make it on time, and I wasn't there for the birth of him. So when I got there, he was already out. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good, but it still was like
Surreal feeling.
yeah, like it came over you, like
Man.
it was just crazy. That's all I can say. It's crazy.
It is.
So like, because at the time when my son was born, like, I had already moved on. I had a whole new girlfriend at the time. You know what I'm saying? And my girlfriend was real supportive. Like,
So you had no choice.
I told her flat out, like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I told her flat out, like, I had a kid coming or whatever, and I kind of broke everything down to her, and she was like, you know, she had never been in no situation like that, but like, she really cared for me. And
Right.
because she cared for me so much, I mean, she cared for everything that was attached to me.
Right.
So I was like, all right, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Because some women be like, nah, F you, nigga. Well, no.
Okay, bye.
So I was like, all right, cool.
Okay, bye.
So I went to the crib, and I stayed at her mother's house. And like, whenever my son would get up in the middle of the night, I would get up and do that. But I was there for like, I think I was there for like a week, or like, it was a week. It was about a week I took off. And I was there. And it was a cool feeling. But I was like, yo, I didn't want to leave him. I didn't want to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's tough too.
yeah, but I had to go back to school.
Right.
You know
I was
what
about
mean?
to say.
I had to finish, and I would never change. I would never change anything about my situation or how it played out, because it built my character a lot. Because compared to what, you know, single men at 22, 23 might have been thinking of doing, I had a different mindset. You know what I mean? That's why I always had 2-3 jobs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I never knew what type of emergency would come up with my kid. I never knew what, you know what I'm saying, could come about. Now, don't get me wrong, I was still in college, so I couldn't give her as much money as I needed to actually give her every month for a kid, because like I said, I was still in college. She was actually, she was in a real career in her field working, and I couldn't give as much as she wanted. But I'm like, yo, like, I'm still in school. I can't, if I was to go to work full time anyway, I could not do school at the same time. I might as well come home. That's how I was thinking. I might as well
That's
come
probably
home.
what you wanted.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
Nah.
I wasn't stopping that though. I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna stop my life. I know some men would change their life,
But
I
you
wasn't
not
that guy.
savage.
I'm not that guy. And I said that all the time. I'm not that guy. But my parents, when she was pregnant, we sat down and my parents had a talk like nothing's gonna stop Rick, well that's my name at home, Rick or whatever. That's gonna stop Rick from finishing school. And she was like, okay, she agreed and agrees, and I was like, all right, cool. Like when she's in agreement with it, but like I still want to kick it. So what we made a deal was I would come home every 2 weeks. So for my entire college career, from the time my son was born until I left school, every 2 weeks I was not in Carbondale because I had to go to Chicago for my son. I would go to Chicago. He would stay the weekends with me. He would go back to his mama before I left. And anytime I came home for like long, extensive breaks, same rotation pattern. It never stopped. We had fights. We had arguments. We got into it over money. We got into it over a lot of stuff. But she never not said he cannot come over there.
Nah.
Can't get him this weekend. It never happened. And if I had something to do, negotiation was money. If it was my weekend to get him and I said, yo, I want to go out, I want to go do something, or whatever the case was, she would say, okay, fine. I'll keep him this weekend, but then you get him the next 2 weekends because you missed, you know what I'm saying, this weekend. That's cool with me. I only got to do something this weekend. And that's how it always worked. You know what I mean?
That was mature on both of y'all.
Yeah. That's why I say, like, my situation not ideal like some people like go through when it comes to.
You had some fucked up.
Cause I got one. I got one. My second son.
Oh.
Dude, I got a messed up one with that one. But I'm talking about the glory days. I'm talking about the glory days of my situation. Because me and my first son, mama had fights and spats out because I got a girlfriend at one point and I got real serious with, and she got upset about it, and we had like a real life fight. You know what I'm saying? Like my friend brothers had to come in and like get my son out the room because the fight was that intense. Like we had real life back and forths, and then part of the back and forths is my fault too because I kept having sex with her.
Oh.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that was a problem on my end that I had to like learn to stop because you think it helps your situation.
It don't.
But it really don't.
Yeah.
Like if you gotta cut it and just gotta read about the kid, it really just gotta be cut and really just be about the kid. But like I kept thinking like, yo, maybe if I keep doing this, like this will keep off my back, or you know what I'm saying, this will settle this down a little bit. But then when I first got hit with them child support papers, because that's what I'm on child support for my first one. When I first got hit with the child support papers, I was like, whoa, like where this come from? I thought we was good. I thought we had a deal. You know?
Oh, you was blindsided by it?
Yeah. Like I thought everything was okay.
You made my chest hurt, man. Talking about child support.
At a point in time, like when let's say I work for college. I was in college, right? So I work for this campus. So when the breaks happen, like summer break and stuff like that, if I wasn't in summer school, I didn't have a job.
So how would that work then?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't have no money. I didn't have no money for those summers.
Man,
so
listen.
so like when I came home, of course I was looking. She knew I was looking. I told her I was looking for a summer job, trying to find work while I was in Chicago because my main thing for coming to Chicago was to see my son.
But you know,
I couldn't find a job.
Exactly. Nobody hired us during the summertime
because they know you're gonna leave.
Right.
So it was no real reliability there. But she still needed money, and my son still had to have certain things. But at that point in time in my life, I didn't have it. So she got frustrated. She got frustrated with that. And then it was a frustration on the fact that I had a girlfriend. So it's like, how you got a girlfriend? This and that.
Oh, you got some money.
Yeah, and you can't do, you know what I'm saying? You can't
be broke with no girlfriend.
And you can't do it. I mean, well, that's something I was. You know, with a girlfriend in the summertime when
Well,
you're young.
y'all both was
Y'all
college
sit on
students,
porch,
so-
go to park.
Yeah,
Y'all
right,
college students.
right.
It
Make front
it
extra.
don't cost much to be there, but it still was a sense of I don't like the fact that he with this chick. Period.
Okay, so Marcus, like, elaborate a little bit on yours, like, you know,
Oh
situation.
shit! Well, my situation, nothing like that. I'll tell y'all that right now. Shit. I had my. Wait, let me see. I can see where I can start off from. Well, I found out my then girlfriend, now fiance, was pregnant. I was 25 years old.
Okay.
All right, that's a solid age.
And it was solid, but was I ready? Absolutely not. This is when I first got my career. Started making a little bit of money. Started feeling myself a little bit. Shit. Then I kid you not. I say I started making some real money February. I found out she was pregnant before my birthday in July. You know, and I remember when she got pregnant too. I know the day. I
You
knew
got
the
pregnant
night.
because you was feeling yourself.
I was feeling myself that night. I remember that too. But listen, I was low-key, I was saucy because I was still living at home. My parents, you know, I'm still a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still living home, chilling, no real bills, no responsibilities. My fiance is much older than me. You know what I'm saying? So she already know what she want in life. Hell, she been getting it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was. I was having fun. And honestly, like what Rico said, it made me a much more responsible male. You know, because I seen my girl was going through. Hell, seeing her stomach grow every few months, she getting bigger and bigger. Me going to see ultrasound, I'm like, damn. Because me, I was a nigga that said I didn't want no kids. Ask my granny. You know, it's funny because that same year that same year in March, they won't none ever. Because I had two little nieces I used to watch. They was my birth control.
Okay.
So I never wanted kids. My granny cracked jokes to this day. I remember a few months before you told me you was having Mallory, you told me you want no kids. I swear, I was a dude that didn't want no kids, still kicking and having fun. Even when me and my girl was together, we used to party every single day, have fun. But that shit changed a lot, you know. It made me grow as a man. You know, I started spending money like crazy. Then I remember when my daughter was born, it was a fucking spad ass snowstorm. I can honestly say I shed a tear that day. I tell y'all that I shed a tear that day when my daughter was born.
That's what's
you
up.
know. And it's funny that she was born on a Tuesday, and I was at Bar Louie in Hyde Park actually drinking with some of my friends, and my girl, she called me like my water just broke. I took one last shot, ran up out of there.
Savage.
Exception. Shit about to get real. I take it down real quick.
Hey, I swear. And ever since then, like I said, everything's been cool. One thing I will say is this, you know, shit ain't always peachy keen. You know, we argue. People, y'all probably see me on you know, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, everything. Oh, y'all so cute together. No, we bumping heads like a motherfucker. I tell you that right now.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
It happens, man.
You know, but you know, I take the good with the bad. You know, throughout the whole process, me having my daughter, me having a girl is like I said, made me a different man. Because I think if I had a boy, I'd be a different person.
I got both. I don't know the complex.
Man,
I changed different when I had my daughter compared to how I used to think when I had my son.
you turn a little bit softer, you know. That's a little princess, you know what I'm saying? Like even before I came here, my daughter, she woke up from a nap with a Princess Elsa wig on. Like, Daddy, I'm a princess. I'm like, damn, that's my daughter, you know. So like I said, and one thing is even me before I made my decision. Because me, like I said, I didn't want any kids, but also too, I always told myself, because I was 25. I was telling myself, shit, if whoever I get pregnant next, hell, I'm gonna wife him. I'm being dead ass with y'all, you know. So I was grown as hell to be fucking her raw. Excuse my language.
No, we ain't got no scissors on this
Right,
bitch.
exactly. Like, bro,
You know, I love sex. Ask my fiance, it was my thing.
Hey, man.
You know, still is. You know, I love her to death. You know, I told myself, shit, I want to be a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Every woman want to be a wife.
this is true.
You know, so I said, shit, I put those childish things aside, you know, I put a ring on the finger. But shit, like I said, hopefully everything, God forbid, hopefully nothing to go, you know, to the wayside. But yeah, I see a lot of bogus things happen. Even something funny happened to me this last week. I was talking to my dermatologist, you know, I guess me being a black male. My same dermatologist I've been seeing since I was 14 years old.
Okay.
I told him, I said, yeah, I'm engaged. And I said, yeah, wait, with your baby mama? I said, this motherfucker just said like that. I said, and I just thought to myself, like, damn, well, he would have said that if I was a different race.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of threw me off. I'm like, I said, of course. He said, I have no other way.
Got him in every race, though.
Huh? Exactly.
It exists in every race. It ain't nothing new. Like, the thing about us is that we get stereotyped in that manner.
It's fucked up.
Like heavily. But systematically, it was made to be that way to a certain level. And I say systematically, it's not saying that every man can't do it because everybody changes over time. I feel like men and women change over time. And the way I used to think was I wanted to, if I had a kid back, I was going to marry you, which was like the old-fashioned way.
Right.
You
You're
know
going to
what
make
I'm
an
saying?
honest woman out of my daughter.
Right. But talking to my father, you know what I'm saying, he told me 100 when I was little, like, well, I ain't going to say little, but when I was like a teenager, we just having regular fatherly son talks. He like, son, whatever you do, if you ever get a situation where you get a girl pregnant, don't just stay with her because you have a kid.
Right.
Like, really know that that's who you want to be with, that's who you want to grow with, and that's what, you know what I'm saying, like, you want. Because he said what's going to happen is if you do that, over time, your unhappiness is going to grow. Not your happiness, your unhappiness is going to grow. So you're going to be unhappy. And then, like, when you get older, you raise kids to leave you. Your kids don't stay with you forever. So when you stay with somebody because of a kid, once that kid gets older and they leave, what are you stuck with?
Man.
A person you didn't want to be with 20 years ago, but you stayed because of your kid.
Right.
Now, because you only got one life.
This is true.
So I mean, I could love my kid and still be there for my kid, but that don't mean I gotta be unhappy with the person that I had the kid with because we have disagreements on parenting, life, survival. Everything is just different. We don't jail. And some people, and what I feel like, what I've seen in certain situations, especially with a lot of older folks I see out there, is that they've been together for years, and then you'll be like, yo, you'll see somebody that you graduated with that's been your friend at like 24, 25, and then you be like, they tell you their parents getting a divorce, you be like, dang, for real?
Y'all, they married for 30
They been married
years.
for this long.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck probably happened.
Sleep
I'm not
in
saying
different
all the
bedrooms
time.
and shit like
yeah,
that.
I'm not saying all the time, but that's what happened. They probably stayed together for you and your sister, bro. And now y'all grown and y'all gone.
I mean, I understand exactly what both of y'all are saying. I think it comes from like, just like the negative stereotypes and the whole when you have children, you're supposed to be like married and typically like with whites and Hispanics and Asians and all that, they they be with who they with, majority of the time. Not coming
I
at
manage
my
a
own
lot
race,
of them.
though.
I manage a lot of different races in my field, and them white men got the same problems.
I swear.
They ain't with their kids' mama and.
She's a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, I need to make more money, Rico, because this bitch taking every penny I got. Like, like it be like
You'll be surprised.
like it's, and look at the famous people. For example, the people that us regular Joe Schmoes idolize, look up to, and all this other crap like that. Like, people in Hollywood that be having was married to this person and divorced, and had a kid with this person. They married
is
this
true.
person. Like it's all there, but we are the stereotypical portions of it because that's how we have a negative impact when it comes to it. But you got to think about everything that's benefit-wise. Like if you think about like, what is it, WIC and all those benefits that they give you from the government, you're not supposed to have a father in the household if you want that stuff to be applied to. But what's the main race that cannot have a father in the household to get that need those benefits because economically they already down at the bottom of the totem pole? It's people that look like us.
So that's probably why it's looked at to be common with us,
And then
because a lot of fathers, they not around, whether it be prison, death, or
because and sometimes with some men flake out early because they can't provide like they need to, so they give up altogether.
This is true.
And I wish we can, you can instill more in them, but like to be honest, like let's look at the economy now, right? They say it's better, whatever, it's getting better, it's improving, but that number is subjective to who? It's not really subjective to our culture because our culture numbers are still at an all-time high, and our culture unemployment number still is doubled in the nation. So if it's doubled in the nation, and you got these men that's not in households that can't find jobs that went to school, but yet they midst of not having this depression part, they out here having fun, having sex, they out here drinking, they out here doing, they out here doing this other portion, and then they have a kid. So because I can't find something in this world to actually make a means, does that mean I'm not supposed to reproduce? Does that mean that?
No.
So what I'm saying, so if it happens and I was out here doing something, whatever, I made a grown decision and did something and that happened, okay, I'm not telling you to have pity on me or have mercy on me because I have to figure it out. But as a man, every man is different, so every man has to figure it out and figure something out. But what they figure out may not be enough for that woman. That's the difference. What that woman may want more than what you can actually do or what you can actually give. Because now we get discussion down of it just being monetary and not just me being physical. I get you need money to take care of a kid because you do need money to take care of a kid. But do you need as much money as I'm supposed to get? I mean, that you asking me for? Do you need as much money as what they state may say I may have to give? Or what if I can't give you this much money, so to make whatever little amount of money I got to give you, I got to work 3 jobs. So then that takes away from me physically being there for my kid. Because I got to work jobs to make sure you got the money to do whatever. So then, now we got this complex issue of, well, my daddy was never physically there. I know him. I know where he's at. But
he paid the bills on time.
Yeah, but he wasn't physically there. So, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't talk to him that much. Or, you know what I'm saying? Then it becomes a subjective level of grading your fatherhood. And I feel like that's what a lot of women do when it comes to father, because they grade you on your fatherhood, what he don't do. Because I always tell people all the time, you don't get no awards for that shit. So don't look for it. So when you breaking your back,
Your kids are your reward, but I see what you're
but
saying.
you don't get no awards for that because you could be, man, I could be there for my kid every day of the week, bro. When my kid turn 18, they make a decision that's nothing compared to what the fuck I did for them for 18 years. And then what I'm gonna say? I messed up as a father? Hell the fuck no, I didn't. I was there. I gave you everything that I could give you.
Right, and then they're gonna go into the world and prosper, and
What if they
from everything you taught them?
You could say prosper. What if they fuck it up? Then you grade it differently now. Now it's like, well, you didn't do everything you supposed to do as a dad. I got a family member. I'm not gonna say which one. I got a family member. Because I know that he works hard for his family. All these years, he always said worked hard for his family. But the job that he did, he could never be at home because of what he did for a living. They always had a house. They always had food. They always had clothes. They never had to struggle from anything. He never saw a difference to that. But he was never able to physically be there for his children. And he got a few of them. They have a lot of situations going on where one is locked up. He came out the closet. They came out the closet and said he was gay, but he also was a scammer. And then he got locked up. Then they had issues with the younger one, the youngest one that they had. The only one I could say they probably, I don't know, from talking to him from his kids, like he feel like he batted half and half, like 50% turned out good, 50% turned out.
I mean, at that point you gotta do your eyes depending on how many kids you got. 'Cause
Right.
You got if you got 3, one of them, not gonna excel.
But you love
to your full potential.
You love your kids differently. I can tell you
Yeah.
as a father, like your kids all got different personalities. So it's not saying that you love one over the other, but you just love them differently because they all act different. They do different things. So it's just a different type of love. I got 3 kids. I got 3 biological kids. 2 I'm able to see, 1 I'm not able to see. I got stepkids in my household. I love everybody in a different manner.
Same here.
like,
Same here.
like everybody in a different manner. Like my daughter gets whatever she wants. I'm just gonna be honest. my sons can hate it. They can dislike it. My stepsons can hate it. They can dislike it. My daughter come to me, as I'm saying, I do tell her no sometimes, but she gets whatever she wants when it comes to me, and I can't shake it. You can try as hard as you want, but when I see that tear come down, when I see that face get sad, it's different. For a boy, I'm a little bit more tough. Man up. Nigga, you don't need it. Shut up. Go to your room. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Right, I know.
You have been around.
I know.
But you know what? But that's part of the lesson plan of making him become from a boy to a man too. Because it's like I'm making you tough it out. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different because a woman should be provided for.
Right.
And when you
Taken
are a
care
woman,
of.
and once my daughter leaves my side and she has to go find a man, because that's what's gonna happen, she should make sure she finds a man that make sure she's provided for, like her daddy made sure she's provided for.
And that's
So I'm
why I
gonna
do the things
always
I
make
do.
her. You said what?
That's why I do the things I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna always make her feel that way, that she's okay. You don't have to worry about it. But as a man, my lesson plan to you as a boy is I'm gonna teach you how to figure it out, or I'm gonna
Think
teach
for
you to
yourself.
go without. If you go without, you'll figure it out.
Yeah. So I mean, what's the big issue with like child support? Like earlier when he brought that up, he was like, "Man, that hurt my chest." Like,
Man, thank God I don't got them child support problems. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. 'Cause
like what is it with like fathers and child support? Like,
this is my thing. I just maybe like I said, I'm the outside looking in because I'm a guy, but I've seen some guys I know in my field get $1,300, $1,400 getting taken out of their check.
Mm-hmm.
My mind state is this: what the hell do 2 kids need for $1,400?
They don't.
You know, that's for one. Another thing too, it's everybody I know is good fathers, and they see their kids every single day still, pick them up from school still, and I'm still giving this woman $1,400, and I'm still buying them.
And then you
coats.
still got to buy extra stuff on the side.
Exactly.
That's the killer part.
To me, that's so fucked up. You know, it's
I feel like there's no tracking.
You say there's no tracking?
Not with the money.
See, I didn't know that. I don't know how that shit works.
No, I'm saying like when you like if I gotta give you $1,000 a month for my kid, right?
Right.
It's no tracking to me to know that the $1,000 went
Went.
exactly.
And to me, that's so fucked up because I know I ain't gonna say nobody names. This one of my guys told me his BM shoot him a fucking a FaceTime saying, "Yeah, your motherfucking child support took all my girls out for drinks today."
Yeah, they do that.
Gee,
damn.
like if y'all
Savage.
know me, I'm all about my money. You know, I don't fuck around with my money,
She
nothing
is
like
savage.
that. That
She
shit
is. She
will
is
fuck
true
my
savage.
head up.
I
I had to come see her.
Motherfucker said, lose my number, G.
Somebody got to go see her. Don't fuck with me. And the fucked up part is,
My job.
even if you giving her all this money, right? When I come see my daughter, her room, baby, decked the fuck out.
That room be regular as hell.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking sleep on a fucking cot. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Imagine the one light bulb.
Well, they had a kid like in a decent
sticker.
bed, but it won't be $1,400 worth. Like what you think it is. You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
my thing is, you should, like I said, it's okay to ask me for some, but you shouldn't be hitting me up all the damn time for stuff. I'm gonna get a little personal. I got a stepchild. Her father is 100% in her life. My fiance do not have him on child support at all.
Damn.
That dude do fucking everything for his daughter. Everything.
I got that.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's dope. That's how it should be. We all adults. You work on the same page.
Right.
And my thing is sometimes too, if I get hit for child, it may be probably tough for me to say this, but if I got hit for child support for $1,400, I have a fucked up mentality. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
I would too. Most men do. They scarred.
Yeah,
They scarred and they scoring from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you may work so hard. You don't even know what that guy do for them. He may work so hard to try to live. Because it gets to a point in time where they take so much money that you can't even live. So, like, he may do everything he can to try to live. He could be in his child's life and everything, but that money can be like a real threshold in his living situation.
It can.
That messes up his mental. Because you got to think about it. If he don't get a good job, it's not a bunch of great jobs.
It's not.
You're not out. Everybody's not out here making $90,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? $80,000 to give you this much. And then with the way the economic rate is still increasing as far as inflation goes, everything is costing so much more from the basic parts of grocery shopping.
And they want to increase on their child support too.
And then you want that, which I get. I'm not trying to gripe about it because the woman has to deal with it too.
Right.
So I'm not griping about that aspect, but we should be able to come to some type of terms.
Exactly.
That's my thing. We should be able to come to a mutual term that doesn't need an outside party that don't care about me or you governing what the amount should be. That's the only thing I have an issue with about it. And then I don't like the fact that you have to take somebody to court for every change. So, like, let's say my thing is this. Like, let's say I'm on child support, right, and I'm working an okay job. But let's say my company do layoffs.
Right.
And I lose my job. Now, my kid is 7, 8 years old. I've been paying child support since he was 2. I don't make any more money, but they still want it.
Right.
So now they still want the money, but what if I'm out here, I'm applying for jobs every day and I'm just not getting no hits? I'm dealing with the systematic racism of not getting a job. I'm not saying that only plays a part, but I still have to deal with that. That still comes a part of it. I'm dealing with the job loss already in America because the economy wasn't right. So I just can't quite find a job. I can't make these payments that you want to be made. I still want to see my kid. I still want to be around my kid, but I can't quite make these payments. So now time goes past. It lapses. I finally get a job. Not making that much money, but I finally get something. I got a bill that come to me, backdating, saying I owe this much amount of money for whatever time that I couldn't find the job, right? So it makes me responsible now because I have to pay this, right? Because I'm back behind, so I got to pay your current because you still want current, and then you got to attach what they call back pay on top of that. So now I'm so now I'm further in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm further in the hole.
And you still got your own bills on top of that.
You still got your own.
Gee.
On top of it. See, so that's why I say it's a tangled web that comes with it that I feel like agreement. It's a civil matter. It's a civil matter between two parties that should be able to be discussed between the two parties. It shouldn't need an outside party to make the decisions based on it.
Man.
Because my thing is this, like when you talk about a kid, like my daughter live with me, right? And my stepkids live in the same house with me. But and me taking care of my daughter, seeing her every day, and what I know what we do when it comes to her, I don't have to give $1,400 a month for her to be okay. Right. And then everything to me is flexible on time. Like I remember when me and my second son mother had a discussion when I was trying to get him, and she wanted me to give her a certain amount of money per month for like daycare and all that stuff like that. I kept saying, I can't give this much because I got 3 kids, so my money gonna get split up 3 ways either way. So I can't give you $700 a month. It's not realistic for me to give you $700 a month on child support. I mean, on daycare, and then still do the other stuff too on top of that you want. Like, it's just not realistic. So I said, well, let's make a deal. I said I can give you this much amount in for daycare. That I could buy all the clothes when it comes to seasonal. So like when the spring, fall, and all that stuff change, I could buy all the clothes when it comes to that because that'll give me time in between checks, save up if I know the season's coming up. So that's how I was thinking. I'm like, I could buy the clothes in the seasonal aspect, and then like when it comes to food, shoot, he should eat whatever he eat with you, and whenever he comes with me, he eat whatever he eat with me.
Oh, so y'all sharing custody too then?
This is what I was trying to work out.
Okay.
This is what my plan was. I laid it all out in a text message. Like, this is my plan. Can we do this? Can we do this? Cause she kind of complained to my mama I wasn't giving no money. And I told my mama, honestly, I'm not giving no money because she don't even let me see him actively. So if I'm not actively able to even see, I'm not even going to pick him up. Why am I going to give money? Why? What am I benefiting? And
Where my money going?
And you can say, well, someone be like, well, it's the kids for the kid. I don't see that. And my kid don't even know that it came from me because my kid don't believe in just money. My kid don't say, if she take my money and go buy a gift for the kid, and I'm not there physically because I don't see the kid.
It's coming from mommy anyway.
It come from mommy. He don't know that it came from his daddy. So what do I care for?
Man.
You see what I'm saying? So that's how I was thinking about it. I'm gonna be real with you. That's how I was thinking about this shit.
So I would have been thinking the same exact way though.
So I was like, well, I wanted a trade off. I just wanted, let me get my kid every 2 weeks. We can work at this plan. I give you this much for daycare. I buy all the clothes seasonal. We can talk about what he grow out of. I even buy shoes if he grow out of. You know what I'm saying? That shit. And when it comes to food, you know what I'm saying? We could work that shit out. When he with me, he eats. When he with you, he eats. Because if he wasn't if you still didn't have a kid, you still have to eat, right? That's how I be telling them. If you didn't have a kid, you would still have to eat, right?
You don't starve yourself?
All right. So if you had to eat, then why the fuck can't the kid? Kids don't eat that much, B. Like babies eat a lot because they need formula. So it costs a lot when you have a newborn. But
I don't miss them days.
Me neither. So when you get past that point though, when you got like table food, man, that kid'll be all right, man. You get that kid some fries, boy. That's their meal. If you wanted to, that's what I'm just saying. They good. Like they good. I remember my daughter can eat the most basic of stuff and be okay. She gets some fries, some juice. And
my daughter eat with me right now.
She sleep for the night. Or if I'm eating a burger, she can eat part of my burger. I could go without. You know what I'm saying? If she take a couple chunks out of my stuff, but she's fed. She's not starving. So don't come to me telling I gotta keep all this food in your house.
That's for you.
Do all this extra stuff because you would still need that stuff if you didn't have a kid. So you should be able to pay for that stuff. My cousin told me today that he feel like he paying like 3 rents because how much money come out of his joint because he got to pay for. He pay her a certain amount of support, and then when it's his time to get his son, she sent him over there in bogus clothes. So
and that be so
when he feel like the clothes is bogus, he not gonna leave his kid out there bogus. So he go to the store and buy new clothes. But then like let's say the kid, of course the kid came back and close. So let's say he put him in the outfit that he bought. If he send a kid back to his mama's house with the outfit, you think the outfit coming back?
Never gonna see it again.
Probably not. It's probably gonna stay over there somewhere. So it's like you getting hit in both ways, but it's like, oh, it's all for my kid. It's all. That's why men count down to kids turn 18. Like
awesome.
You count that down because you're like, yo, I don't have to talk to you or deal with you ever again. But my kid gets to physically be there for me. The only thing I don't like about certain child support situations, you got some men who get tagged for money and they never see their kids.
That's the fucked up. That's so fucked up.
That's different for me. Like I that shit would blow me. I need every right there is for me to see this kid because I'm paying for it. I'm paying to see him basically. You know what I mean? And then some people tell you like this, right? They'll say, well, that's why you need to be with the woman you was with or get married to the woman you had a kid. That's cool and all. But but then they had them situations too because they have situations where they don't quite gel and they might not quite work out. But as soon as the divorce happened, that means you got to do alimony plus child support. So now all that livelihood is still at stake. So I feel like either way you screwed.
Alimony.
I feel like either way you could get screwed. I'm not gonna say you are screwed, but I say either way you can get screwed. It ain't just subjective for you just being with a woman that you just happen to have a kid. Like I'm just gonna marry her because it is. Because then it comes down to
some men and women do.
Yeah, you know? but see, the certain things that kill a relationship could be all financial.
True. A lot of times it is though.
That's the number one killing relationship. So like that could be the number one killing a marriage. Like let's say if I'm married, right, and I married the first woman I have a kid with. And we get married and we trying to ride this wave out, but I lose my job for whatever field I'm in. I just can't find work. She mad because she got to pay everything, and then I'm depressed because I don't feel like I'm a man because I can't provide everything. So she up and leave. When she leave, I found a job. What if I don't? She put me on child support anyway. I thought we was in love. Thought you was bae. Thought you was gonna ride that wave, but it didn't happen. So now you in the same hole that you tried to avoid from if you wouldn't have married her. You know what I'm saying? After the fact. So I don't know, man. I just feel like it could happen either way. Either way, you can get screwed.
So child support.
It's scary.
What I'm getting from both of y'all is basically like it's unfair.
In some cases,
You know
because
what I mean?
I'm not gonna say it's unfair because the kid needs money from both parents.
and not all fathers are good fathers too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know. So
Some men do just quite shake.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But
I was this a couple of weeks back. I was me and my guys was in an Uber, and we was it was just talking shit. The Uber driver was a female. We was talking about, I don't know how we got on the topic of child support. She was telling me that she actually told her friends, a male friend, to actually put himself on child support because it takes less of a hit.
I've heard that, but I think that's a lie.
Yeah, I said what?
You know
So,
why?
yeah.
Because it's going no matter what the state with the state statutes, your percentage always still gonna be the same. Whether you put yourself on or whether somebody else put you or whether she put you on. The only thing they telling you to try to avoid when you put yourself on is back pay. But if you file child support, they get a chance to do a redetermination on child support like every 3 to 4 years, right? So if they do a redetermination on child support and you put yourself on, that woman could go to the court and do a redetermination, even though you put yourself on, and get more money out of you, and you put yourself on.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
listen. And of course, 3 or 4 years, you banking on making more money.
Yeah, everybody think they got it all figured out, but I don't feel like there's no way around it.
Hell no.
I know some men who have receipts and everything that went
That don't
to
mean
court
shit.
when they tell you like, yo, keep receipts, do all this. I know a man who kept receipts for everything and he still got screwed. He still got thrown on the table. It didn't mean nothing because you know what? Your life is based on whatever that third party, which is that judge. If they want to make a decision, they can make whatever decision that they feel based on their personal feelings.
And 9 times out of 10, us going to court with child support, being black men, odds are stacked against us already.
Stacked against you already. The woman I ain't gonna say she don't know, but she don't even care.
Right. And that's fucked up.
You know what I mean? She may not even care. She just like, whatever money I get. My thing is that you put me on child support and I'm getting raped every month, I guarantee you're not getting an extra dime out of me. And that's tough for you, but I'm gonna tell you better figure it out.
I'm quitting my job and I'm serving.
I'm quitting my job. Yeah, I'm quitting my job. I'm doing everything paid on the table.
What?
With some of the amounts that I'm hearing that some of these men gotta pay, if I had to pay that much, I don't have to pay as much as I know these most men pay. So
Man,
I don't gripe.
it's sickening.
Listen, I'm telling you right now on the air, I'm not griping about none of the child support stuff because what I pay right now in child support, hey, yo, peace and love.
Because I hear too many
Because I got
horror
some
stories.
friends that's out here getting like hammered. You know what I mean? But me and my first son, mama, like I said, she put me on papers at that time because she was mad. I'm still paying the same amount that I was paying at the time she put me on.
You was in college shit.
She's never upped it. You know what I'm saying? She's never did it. But what she does is this. She takes that money that comes out still from that, and if she needs anything extra, she calls me and say, hey, this is coming up. Can we get this? Can you go half on this or can you buy this? From that time on, I ain't never said no to her. I'm out of school now.
Why would you?
I'm grown, but I ain't never said no to her. I just be like, okay, how
You
much
low-key
is it?
won.
When you need it by? Okay, I do it by that time. And that's how we work. In my household, my daughter, my girl, she be like, this coming up, I'm gonna need such and such for this. I say, okay.
That's
the
all you-
only issue I have, my second son, mama,
Oh, hell.
does not let me physically go get my kid. She will not let me do it.
If you don't mind me asking, is she in the city?
Yeah.
Damn.
She stay about 20 minutes away from me.
I'm
But
sorry
she-
to hear that, man.
Yeah, it's all right. It happens. I've been dealing with it. My son about to be 4. I deal with it.
Man.
I don't really like to talk about it too much. I'm not trying to drag or nothing like that. But we know we have our issues. We have our discrepancies when it comes to situations with him and stuff like that. So, she knows she's told me no, I can't come get him, and if I do, I can only see him for a few hours, and he can't come back to my house. There's so many rules.
I wish there was a
regulations,
woman
too.
here right now.
Yeah.
A woman here. I want to hear their point of
Well,
view.
that's how we had it on the Baby Mama episode.
Yeah,
that's
it
why this
was
one was
just
just
all women.
This one just was for the
It
daddy.
was just, right. It was just all women on the
I
baby
would
mama.
love to see their point of views.
But in that scenario with her, like, I'm pretty sure it's just people on her end that look at me as probably like the not ain't shit nigga and all that stuff like that because I ain't really bent over backwards to get over there to mend that situation. But as
what? That's what I'm saying.
exactly, that's how I'm thinking. Because I ain't been over there to like bend over backwards with her. Because if I been over backwards with her, I'm gonna conform to her ways, right?
But what they gotta do with your son?
Nothing. 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 That's all I'm saying. Give me the deal to where I can come get the boy every 2 weeks. But I know child support looking for me for him too right now. I know they are. And when they catch me, all I'm
They
gonna
don't
tell
catch you at work though, G. That's all.
I don't know.
They do be catching a lot of dudes.
I saw somebody get served at work before.
Yeah,
man.
they
The
try to
marshals
catch
came
you.
in. I'm like, fuck. Everybody was coming around. Like,
Right, everybody paranoid. Like, man, they think about all the bad shit they did. Like, they did in 5th grade.
Right,
they
right,
like,
right.
man, they found me.
I said, hope I ain't got no kids around here I don't know about.
As
That's
you
the
know.
only thing I pray.
But when they catch us, like, what can you do, man?
Shit.
I got a way.
Nothing.
I got a quick way around it. I won't say it on air.
No.
I got a way. Now, I'm trying to help a couple of my guys out that I know. I got a way for you to offset what they're gonna take a little bit to help you out throughout the course of the year. But it's all a big game. That money game is a big game
Shit.
that they like to play with it. So you may have to go to court to get it decreased. You may have to go to court for it to work towards your situation. Just know that you can play the same game she played. A lot of men be lazy and don't think they want to deal with the courts and the system.
Don't be lazy.
I don't like to deal with courts at all. But if you take me, I'm gonna go there with you because the law has a way of playing itself out for both parties.
This is true.
It's the only thing is, do you know how to utilize it for yourself? And the thing about our situation is we get so scarred as black men or so-called black men, because I don't like to use the word black because whatever, I don't like to use the word black, but for so-called black men, we get scarred because we don't know the legalities and know how to utilize the situation the best of our ability. I do feel like it's transformed mostly to benefit the woman. It was made that way in the beginning, so they don't have to do a lot of research on it. They can just sign and, put the papers up and boom, surgery, and it is that. But you got a way to get around it as well. It's just that you got to find out which way you can use the law for it to benefit you.
I keep a good lawyer on deck.
It's just like suing. Like, you can sue anybody.
Yep.
You just have to have the time and the money to just fully go through with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's
I find time for that. Whole time I find time.
so like
Because you're gonna come out of money for your kid every month anyway.
Right.
Like no matter how you look at it, you're gonna come out of money a month for your kid. Whether like the kids live in the house, you're gonna pay for groceries in the house. Your kids
paying for the house.
Your kids gonna need clothes, you paying for the house. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna come out of money for your kid one way or another. So it's just about how you look at it. Go ahead. What's your question?
So I think I was gonna ask like, so in certain situations like with yourselves or people you know, do you think like as baby fathers, do you think they like regret going through that, or do you think they like
Who?
the fathers?
Regret going through child support?
Not child support,
Or
just
being with
having
that
a
woman.
kid in general. Yeah, being with that woman.
Yeah, you do.
Like was it worth
I know
it?
my guys, they regret
You
it.
do. You
Yeah.
regret. You don't regret your kid, but you regret the action
Okay.
because
Just dealing with that damn headache,
it's too much of a stress factor. You got enough on your plate as it is as a so-called black man in this world, period, to deal with. So
So was that woman like a stress factor before the kid?
sometimes they not. Sometimes it goes hand in hand because sometimes we stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we
Yeah.
stupid. Like I got situations with women I shouldn't have kept sleeping with, but I kept sleeping with.
Right.
I end up in that situation. Some men just had that. They just do stupid things because we all grown and we all make decisions. But the fact is
Right.
you got
And
to
I mean,
learn.
and let's
You got to
be-
learn from the
and,
mistakes.
and let's be honest, we all love sex.
Right.
So if this woman is giving me easy access to sex, I'm gonna deal with the bullshit just
that
to get
come
to
with
the
it 'cause
sex.
I want the sex. But that's because you're a one-track mind that's thinking just about
The sex, right?
So I feel like that's what my downfall was. Like I just was thinking about
Sex,
the sex,
right?
and I was like, I'm gonna be okay. Nothing's gonna happen. I used to be dummy and to believe a lot of their words, like when they got on child support, because I was with women. The women I got pregnant, I was sleeping with them for most of the time, a lot. So it's like, I was like, okay, we good. I've been sleeping with them for like a couple years. Ain't nothing happened. Same routine as possible. Woo woo. But then sometimes it flip. And you can't predict what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You could be on whatever birth control you think you're on. Like you still pop up pregnant. It don't matter.
Man,
And you can say I'm supposed to wear a condom, but I ain't wearing no condom for 3 years straight. I'll be honest with you. That shit ain't happening.
I don't wear condoms.
That's what I'm just saying. Like it's just not happening because eventually.
Listeners who are young, I'm gonna put this PA out there. Please strap
Wrap it up.
Right.
Y'all
No
want-
glove,
y'all
no
want-
love, man.
Y'all don't want no mistakes.
We don't want no mistakes.
No
we don't want no
STDs.
child supports, no STDs, no STIs.
Bro, you could wrap it up. But with your wife, you ain't wrapping up nothing. So like I
Oh
said,
yeah, of course.
if your wife
Hey,
get
there's some
pregnant,
married couples out there that do.
if you wrap it up, if you don't wrap it up with your wife, she get pregnant, y'all divorce, your ass still on child support. So I ain't trying to hear that.
Man.
Your kid. One thing I learned about children is children love the littlest things,
I swear.
and I think it's more so adults that want the most for their children.
And I got that
Kids-
problem.
But kids love like the smallest amount, and I've learned that over the years. Like if I took my kid to the park over the summer, right? And he was okay with going to the park. That was cool. But we went out for ice cream afterwards. Ice cream didn't cost me more than like $6.
Jumping for joy.
But that's the little stuff that he loved the most. Same thing on my daughter. Like we went to our ice cream. We go to the same ice cream parlor. We go to Oberweis in the summertime as we go to parks. But her favorite thing was the fact that she was able to get a balloon from the ice cream shop. That didn't cost me anything. So what I'm saying is like it's the smallest things to kids that matter. So you physically being there. You know what I'm saying? You going riding down the street going down the street with them while they ride their little motorbike or they real bike, or like being in the backyard with them throwing a ball back and forth. Like that's what matters to the kid. They don't care about all that other stuff.
Yeah,
It's good.
money can't pay for time.
It
It's
can't.
cool.
It can't.
It's cool, but even the toys that you buy only hold short-term value for a child.
That time.
And that's one thing that I swear I get from my dad all the time. He told me it's one thing that happens with kids is that kids have short attention spans. And their attention span when it comes to physical things don't matter. But when it comes to what you are to them, it matters the most. Because I can give a kid a toy at 6 that cost me $600 that he may never play with again at 7 and don't remember when he's 18. But if I talk to him at 12, I gave him some lifelong lessons to remember that he remembered at 24, that went a long way further than that $600 toy I bought.
Yeah.
The stuff that you buy for your kids is all, for most parents, it's a show race for another parent. It's a competition between parents. Look what I do for my kid. Look what I can buy for my kid. Look what this happens. It's always look. And then we live in a social media age where everything is show off.
Man.
Everything is. But my kid got Jordans like me to match my fly, or my baby daddy bought this, or my husband bought this.
And I don't buy my daughter no
And
Jordans
I mean,
either.
it's okay if that's your thing, but everything don't have to be show off state. But that's the world we live in right now, and that's the era that we living in right now. But all I'm saying is that it takes more than this monetary value that's always subjective to a child to actually raise a child.
Let kids be kids. You know,
Yeah,
like
let
man,
them
my
be
daughter, she
kids.
3 years old. She don't forget a damn thing.
Yeah.
Every night she remembers time for me to read a book for her. If I tell something before she go to sleep, like Dad, I can say, Mal, take a nap, I'm gonna give you a snack. When she get up, best believe, Daddy, can I have a snack, Daddy?
Yeah.
So they don't forget nothing. And kids, like I said, they remember freaking everything. And something that actually touched me, actually last night, my daughter told me. We was messing around just joking. She said, Daddy, you're the best. Shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Go a long way.
Man, go along. I'm like, damn, because she know, like I said, I don't buy my daughter all the expensive gifts. Like I said, I don't buy my daughter Jordan stuff like that. 'Cause
You don't
I
get, like I said earlier, you don't get no awards for that.
exactly. She don't give a damn about that. But one thing I'm gonna say, I'm
My favorite
blessed-
Drake. My favorite Drake line. You don't get no awards for that.
Hell no. And I'm blessed enough that I can say I see my daughter every night when she go to sleep. I see every morning. I'm the first face she see when she wake up in the morning. And kids don't forget a damn thing. So when it comes to child support, don't let that child support sway you from actually being your child life. Don't just be irate towards the baby mama, stuff like that. If she have attitude, that's cool. Y'all both adults. Be focused on the child at the end of the day. That's all I got to say.
If you get hit with child support, find an alternative way to make that money back up so it don't hit you so hard.
Side hustles is a must these days.
If you have to do 2 jobs, do a second job to make it up. If you find a side hustle, find it. my thing and my advice to a man is don't ever let that woman see your weakness because of what she put you through.
They yearn for
That's
that.
the one thing I'll never give any of you women. I would never.
You women.
I'm just saying in
Savage.
general, like I will never be like, man, I'm down and out, man. Child support kicking my ass out. I will.
So?
I can sit there and think that in my mental inside,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll never show you. I'll
Never show
never
it.
let you see that, and I'll never put that on a perspective to where it stops me from being what I can be. Because if I do that, that mean all my focus is money. If that depresses me, when I know it's more to the world than money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more to life than money. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say like money is just my focus, my focus, my focus. People that get so strung out when it comes to money sometimes is because they don't live within their means. So they want more. But that's because they stuck on like I said, they stuck on a monetary value. It's a way around a lot of things around this world. Everything has a way around it. I don't care what you say. Everything has a way around it. The only thing is, are you patient enough to figure it out? And the same thing goes for child support with your children. But try to be there for your children when you get an opportunity to be there. And if it's something that that hinders you from it, all I can say is just try to look on the brighter side in the future for that day to come that you can't be there for your child. That's my advice.
All right. Well, I mean, I think this was a good intro to touch on this subject. I know we're gonna revisit this.
I want to be here for that.
I already know. I'm
You enjoyed yourself, bro?
thinking. I'm
Yeah.
listening to the comments and the feedback we're gonna be getting, and I'm pretty sure people gonna have their own opinions they want to voice, both men and women. So maybe the third part we can just have them both in here and just go at it.
Ooh,
Just
man.
bring it
on.
on. Got to say, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Bring it on. I'm
And
down
just
for
go
that.
at it. You know what I'm
I feel like
saying?
we'll never see eye to eye on it though.
No, never. But I think
It'd be a
just
conversation.
yeah, just
Because
like
the
with, just like
parenting
with
is
the race
different.
issue, it's just like it's good to get a dialogue and understanding because I mean, moving forward, at the end of the day, to me, it's just all about both men and women making better decisions. You know what I mean? Both sexually, financially,
Nobody
kids,
always makes
whatever.
the best decisions.
They don't, but I mean, that's why we got to make better ones. At least try to. That's how I look at
Hear
it.
each other out.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I'm down for
You
that.
gotta hear it out. Yeah, I feel like you gotta hear each other out, get each other perspective on things. I feel like it should be more of a team effort. I think because we decide not to be together, don't mean we shouldn't still work as a team for that.
Correct.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when you think about when you was in college and they put you in a group project, y'all had a common goal to try to get A most of the time,
Right.
right? So y'all came from different areas, different backgrounds, but y'all still have to work together as a team to get an A. I feel like the same should be with the child. Like, okay, we don't know how the child's going to actually turn out when they older or when we dead and gone, but we should try to come together as a team at least to try to give it the best or as much as we can so that we can hire the percentage of it being great, of the child being great. Like, it just be a team. A lot of people don't have so much pride, they don't want to work as a team. Like,
Usually because of the history between the
but still, but that's the thing. People don't have.
know.
You got to have a heart to forgive, and you got to have a heart to rebuild when it comes to your kids.
The
Easy-
child got to be
easy
in your
as-
best interest at all times.
Easier said than done. though.
I know. Shit, trust me, I know. I live it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I live it. You know, I live
Right.
it. I live it. So, I mean, why I just feel like you got to come together as a team and kind of put some of those past ways behind. But the thing is that love can blindside it, man.
Oh
People-
yeah, of course.
Women still be in love because the D be good. Women, men,
Digmatized, as
yeah,
my coworker
men
said.
be messed up but still be sleeping with them because the coochie
Man,
be so
be
good.
pussy with
Like, it's like-
it's just so wet.
It's
She's
like,
so
yeah,
freaky.
it's like that emotion.
Yeah.
That emotion.
Yeah.
That emotion. You gotta take that out and leave that to the side. You can't deal with that.
And
no
that's
more.
tough for men and women.
Oh, it's tough, especially like me. I love sex, like I said. So it gets tough. But yeah, that's my thoughts, man. That's my
But
perspective,
I mean,
man.
and everybody out there that we know, our peers, relatives, friends, whatever, that are married or, got baby mamas, baby daddies, and they listen to this, we just wish y'all the best, man. And,
Yeah.
just, man, it's just so
Well,
much.
yeah, I wish y'all the
like-
best, and all I can say is from both parents' perspective, trust that parent to parent. I know that sounds easier said than done, but trust that parent
And keep things in house, man. Don't
put everything on social networks.
I hate that shit.
You don't need
Don't
to
put
see
everything on blast.
Everybody don't need to see everything on your line like a garage sale.
Yeah.
Like,
Because y'all still got to work that out at the
there.
end of the day, because the kid is gonna view it. He's gonna see it and they're gonna feel it.
Cause that's because honestly, you just gonna get something for everybody else to talk about and hate on. And in the
And they
long
can talk
run,
about you and you still got to
regardless,
kill with
right? And in the long run, that child is gonna be messed up, man, mentally, because it always come back to the kid, man. So
And with social networks, everything can be brought back up.
I
So
swear.
compared to like when we was growing up, when our parents had spackles over us as kids and stuff like that,
we'll never know.
we'll never know that shit come back up. With your kid being a social network era, somebody could pull that whole motherfucker status up and keep that screenshot for life, and then your kid see it
Nothing gets
later on.
deleted.
Let's be honest. ain't none of these parents getting off social media.
No.
So I mean, they gonna be 70 years old, still got their page. Throwback Thursday when they was 40.
You
You know
I
what
was
Facebook
popping.
is? Facebook reminded you of stuff you did years
I
ago.
swear.
Exactly. So your kid gonna be
Memories.
like, damn, okay.
Mama
That's
used to
why-
dress like that? Yeah, your mama used to get
Exactly.
down like that.
But I want to thank, I guess, Marcus, man.
Yeah,
Really
thank you,
appreciate
man.
you.
Thank y'all for
How
having
you
me.
enjoy the podcast experience,
This
man?
shit dope, G. This shit dope, you know? I want to come back now.
Everybody
Hey,
get that way.
you
After
know
we
what?
doing, everybody always be feeling
Hey,
like, man,
everybody open up, and you
I
ain't even
like
had no
it.
liquor. You know
No,
what I'm
I ain't
saying?
no liquor, you know. But next go around, bring a fifth up in here.
All right, cool. You know, and then we gonna get it cracking. So just stay tuned, man. We about to upload a gang of episodes. The website and iTunes, we're gonna be doing that before the year over. So just stay tuned for that. And yeah, man, Mark is gonna be back on the
I'm
next
be back.
episode.
I ain't gonna bring too much drama though, y'all. I promise.
he
I'm not.
gonna be back. We gonna lock in our
No drama,
guess.
man. We building, man. We
and
building,
we
trying to
man,
be better.
Be straight.
We trying to get better and be better as people and individuals, because that's what life is about. So as cliche as it may sound, I mean, I'm working to be better. Mama's working to be better. Mark is working to be better.
Yeah, work in progress.
And
And we know our listeners are too. Hence why y'all listening to us.
right. Tune in. Do you listen?
right. But thank y'all, and we'll holla at y'all soon.
Peace.
All right,
We have
peace.
the next time.